Hi. Um, so this video I will be giving tips, tricks about food at Disneyland Paris. So if you've never been before, or even if you have been before and you found the food to be a little expensive or you don't like it, then this might be a bit useful. So the first thing I would say is to eat breakfast before you come, or take breakfast out with you and find somewhere quiet to eat in the park. We also take our lunch with us, which we'll either take bread and sandwich fillers and stuff with us, or we'll go to a supermarket when we get there and buy stuff. We sometimes eat for lunch and sometimes we will eat for dinner, and we'll eat at the park for lunch times. There are click and collect services at Disneyland Paris, so to me it's essential that you download the Disneyland Paris app. So if you open the Disneyland Paris app, it has a list of all the restaurants, it has a list of the food that they do there to see if it's click and collect. So you've got the table booking restaurants at the top, and there's more options there. So the table booking ones are very expensive. We've been to Pim Kitchen, that's the only table booking on Plaza Gardens that we've been to. So Pim's Kitchen, I loved it. I think there's a lot of options for kids, adults. That's in Disney Studios, and it's a buffet. So that was €45 per adult. I think it's less for a child. To me it was worth it, but some people might not think so. And then the Plaza Gardens, we did character dining. That was €80, I believe. It was brilliant, but food wise I didn't really rate it. It wasn't the best, but we are quite fussy and plain eaters. Haven't done the breakfast yet. We are going to hopefully do it this time, going on Sunday. So yeah, so you got those ones, and then you've got the click and collect here, and it gives you a list of the click and collect, and if you go and see all, there will be more options. Click and collect is brilliant. So there'll be huge queues to get food in some places depending what time you go, but if you do click and collect, you put your food order in online, pay online, and then you just go and collect it when it's ready. It gives you a time slot, so you go to the end till, like in Cafe Hyperion, there's no one waiting there, and you collect it. The only downside is if you're a pass holder, your discount doesn't work, and it's the same with any restaurants that have the screens in. So Cafe Hyperion, and there's a new restaurant that's opened in Studios, in Studio 1, that also has screens, but your discount won't work, so you need to go and physically speak to someone for that. But I think click and collect is brilliant. And then you have themed restaurants, so you've got like Captain Jack's, Chez Remy, Bella Notte, the Agrabah Cafe. If you go on it, Victoria's is lovely. So that's Victoria's. It's as you walk towards the castle down Main Street on the right hand side. They do waffles, and they've got like ice creams and snacks and things and coffees. And then you've got like Total, they do nice fish and chips. There's the Old Mill, which it's like a little food stand. It's not so much a restaurant. But yeah, it tells you the menu on there, but sometimes there is more on the menu when you go and physically look. But yeah, I would definitely say that if you get the app and research where you want to go and eat. I would also recommend eating at unusual times. So lunchtime is, I don't know, between 12 and 2, tea time between 5 and 7. I would either, my opinion is better to eat earlier. So if you had lunch at 11, the restaurant's not going to be as busy. Or if you were already taking your lunch out and you're having dinner out, then go and eat at 4, because it won't be as busy. And then if you're hungry later, you take your own snacks with you in your bag, or you can buy a snack. They do corn dogs, waffles, ice creams, churros, one of my favourite, and cheese pretzels. Oh, the cheese pretzels are so nice. So they're at the food stands by It's a Small World, which aren't always there, but they are there at the minute. and they do them in studios at the food stands by Ratatouille. Disney Village, they will have them in Disney Village as well. But yeah, beautiful. As well, if you're trying to not spend as much money, say if, you know, you've got a family of 5 or 4, it's a lot of money to buy one meal. So I would highly recommend Earl of Sandwich in Disney Village. It's a bit out of the way, obviously you have to leave the park to go into Disney Village, but if you go right to the end, there is a place on the right hand side called Earl of Sandwich. They do beautiful sandwiches. I would personally recommend the Hawaiian, but there are plenty of options and it is really good value for money. You're getting a lot for your money. It's really delicious. You can always take it into the park. You don't have to sit and eat there, but we like to sit down and eat there. It's quite nice inside. I would also recommend the Delicatessen, which if you walk down Main Street, on the right hand side there's a little cove where there's some seating and it's on that corner. They do really nice like ham and cheese toasties and turkey and cheese toasties, and the little cookies that are at the till, the best cookies I've had. They're a little bit like, it's shortbread cookie and it's Mickey shaped, just little cookie. They're not, don't cost a lot. I think they might be €3 or €4, and that's one of my favourite snacks. Really nice. So yeah, I would recommend going there for one of your meals. It's not too much money, as again you can use your discount if you have a gold annual pass, but if not, it's still cheap enough. And then you've got somewhere nice to sit. Other than that, there is some good snacks and things, but I would just recommend taking your own breakfast and lunch, researching the restaurants, looking at the prices, and just seeing what you would prefer, because we're not a big fan of the food in Disneyland Paris. It's not great for us. We are picky eaters, but I love pizza. I'll eat any pizza, but this Mickey pizza that everyone says they love and that it's beautiful, to me it tastes like a cheap Iceland pizza, and it's very herby. Not for me. I would probably eat it again because I'm not that fussy with pizza, but for the price you're paying, it's not that great. But yeah, that's some of my tips on food in Disneyland Paris. So if you've stayed for this long, thank you for watching. I will be doing plenty more videos on tips. The next one will be characters, which will probably be a lot longer than this one because there's so much to tell you about characters in Disneyland Paris. So I will see you for my next video. Thank you.